unfortunately, I'm going to have to kill tier 3 behind the scenes. Ooh, it's on the outlap. He's having a moment already. Traction down into El Rouge and Radion, and a big lift there for the Ferrari. In these conditions, you can probably get through there almost flat if you're pushing it all the way to the limit, but obviously not doing that at the moment is the Ferrari. Up the Kemmel Straight, a slight incline up towards the Laycombe chicane we come with the Ferrari, just glancing the inside curves here. As you can see, the rear end's not exactly enjoying these conditions. It will probably be a dry setup on the car, which will have very low rear end downforce. Through Malmedy we come, and braking just where that curve starts for Rivage, and the Ferrari is just experiencing a little bit of understeer there, as you can see, and just having to wait with the throttle. Through No Name we come, don't run wide, don't lose the rear end either. So it's looking like a little bit of a handful, this Ferrari at the moment. Into Pouon, we're really going to see how that rear end lives with the high speed stability, and it looked okay for these conditions through there. And now we come up into the Pit Faff, into the Fania chicane, and he's just drifted slightly there off Apex, and that's going to be costing him a little lap time as we come in towards Stavelo now, and into the heart of Sector 3, where a big long straight awaits, so an important exit here through Stavelo 2, or the curb Paul Frere, and well, he's done that pretty nicely with the exit on the run to Blanchimont now. Exciting, probably not quite flat out corner now for the Ferrari. And now one braking zone to go at the bus stop chicane. Probably about 115-ish meters in these conditions, and then well, get traction, get to the line, and well, he's navigated the circuit, kept his all wheels on the wagon as a 153.9 to get us started, ventti. Now you have a bit of an idea of what the conditions might be like, since it was a bit like this last night. Ooh. That McLaren of blows has got an absolutely... Mate, his front wing is made of absolute steel. That thing does not break, or breaks, but his wheels don't come off the wagon. I need a little bit of that in my life, because we all know that I love a little bit of a crash from time to time. As I'm just trying to pick someone up who's actually on a lap here, mate. I think the MF Snelly is, and well, he's purple in the second sector. And I believe it was pole here for him last season in Tier 3, so a circuit he goes well at. Yes, coming out of the bus stop now, and well, we're looking for a 153 of some description. Only 2 times set at the moment. That's a 152.8, so he goes a second faster ahead from Ethimon, or Ethi DNF, as he's renamed himself appropriately. Some of his mates would think, since he loves the DNF. As Jedstad goes another second faster, 51.6. It's all about just getting comfortable in these conditions at the moment, ventti, and building up to that ultimate lap time. We got Sebi K in the Aston as well, as Nick Magoo goes to a 51.6, just eclipsing Jed Stower there. As well, we've got Toddy coming around into toward the bus stop chicane now, the championship leader, by 20 points ahead of Darkness Abyss in the Red Bull, and he's coming just around Stavilo now, the Red Bull. So we'll see what those two have got for us early on in the session as Toddy goes to P3 at a 51.9. So decent little bank over there for himself. From there, he knows he can build up towards the ultimate pace that it seems he's going to be in this qualifying session. And we've got Joe, mate. Darkness has just gone, yeah, P4 he did. And now Joe in the Mercedes, and he's had a bit of a... He started to pick up from where he didn't really do much at the start of the season, so starting to get it together and goes P4. So that's a decent little lap time for him at the moment, as we'll try and pick someone up who's actually on the push. And I think Donny in the Alpine reserving from Tier 4 this evening, as you just mentioned, Cohen, is coming towards the bus stop chicane with a little bit of impetus. Yeah, a lot of invalidations. I'm surprised that still a few of these guys aren't out on the circuit. And so I might just check my suspicions, mate, and check the license points for Tier 3. No quali bans, so I was wrong. So it appears that no one really wanting to get out there at the moment, which is quite strange. Dorjo not pushing Darkness Abyss. He is down on his previous lap time, so he should be coming into the pit lane. Effie coming just to start another flying lap. Tyson coming into the pit lane. So we'll go to Dirty Orange at the Williams. So put the too harsh on him. He's gone from winning to things, and he's just things see. As you either don't agree or don't have an opinion, so we shall. You are a bit of both. Having a poor seat. Oh well, you agree. I like that. See, he's smart. He's a smart employee, lads. I like it. Well, it's good evening to you, my friend. Hope you're going well. He's saying that your voice is therapeutic in the chat, Ventti. Most certainly is Dan the Racer in the Williams coming through Blanchimont now. That was nicely navigated. He had a little bit of a moment in the Fania, but well, that's actually a bit of a lock up there into the final chicane, but gets it through there nicely. And we'll see what he does in terms of lap time. He tends to like these sort of conditions, Dan the Racer. And he's gone 10th on his first, as Nick goes even faster on a 51 flat. Ventti. So he's just a second. It's still raining. Still raining, so it'd be pretty bold. Sebi K there goes 7th fastest on his next lap time. Here comes Effie. There's a little bit of wheel spin there, but he finds a second to go P9 at the moment. And well, we've got Execute coming around down towards the bus stop. He's on an out lap, so nothing that will matter. So Kiwi to the intermediate tyre. Still at the moment, all the drivers out there on the intermediate tyre. But we've got a couple coming out on the softs now. Cryotonic and Typho. Rather interesting, seeing as it is still raining. Do they know something that we do not? They might do. They might do. Tires. Yeah. Such a long, especially since it's such a long outlap, you really have to make that decision quite early in terms of the final flying lap. As has been Thank you, mate. As well, it looks like a few of them are looking at soft tyres now, mate. He's on an outlap. Saying he's on an outlap. I mean, it's all strange. It's we digress, we move. It's all playing a bit of havoc here. Anyone ahead? Oh, he's got a purple sector here, so it looks like he's improving. And now it's saying that he's actually on a lap, so that's good. And pushing the limits right there through Blanchimont, so having a bit of confidence on this soft tyre, it would seem, as here we come to the final two corners. But he's coming into the pit lane, mate, so making the last minute decision. He's out there around he's in the buff game, and he slaps on a real indicator, but I don't special, mate. It's gonna be about a 2-minute four, so he's got the ERS still basically fully charged, so perhaps it was a bit of a feeler, a bit of a cider lap, but he's going to be much earlier than the others to set his final flying lap. So, we'll ride with El Rouge now. A little bit of a lift from the Alfa Romeo as we come onto the Camel Straight. As you're saying, no DRS. It's still raining, so it's rather interesting that the soft tyre seems to be the one that is fastest at the moment. But he's finding 310 there through Lake Hom, using a lot of curb, slightly missing the FX out, but it looks like it's grippy enough for the soft, mate, but obviously the lap. That's... Well, a lot of them are out on inters, so... Left a little bit wide there, down there's inters and softs on the track, so it's a real who's who of what the conditions are. Dojo there, it goes to 158. The head of the mate, but what can Kai answer this as we come 11 seconds, 54, another 5 seconds in this final sector. But if he's got grip in the bus stop, he can brake so much later and carry so much more speed. I don't think he's going to get there in time. It's a 1:53.0, so only for Kaio. It looks like he has grip, but obviously of it. Snelly, here's see him, mate. Into the bus stop. This looks like it could be a slightly better time than the previous from Kaio. He improves, but he's only gone 9th with that one, mate. So he'll get to go again, mate, but the ERS won't exactly fully charge. But these will basically be the final laps of the session now, mate. As who is out there pushing with a little bit of intent? The Mercedes of Nick Magoo. He's on the soft, he's struggling. What about Dojo? Is he still pushing on these inters? No, he is not pushing. So the Williams maybe of Dan the Racer, I think, in Puon now. And yes, he is pushing. He's on the inters as well, mate. So it's so close between them, but I think the Inter still has a slight advantage. A lot of them struggling just to put laps on. No, he goes to pole. Kiwi on an 800, a 50.800. Takes the pole position away from Dojo at the moment. Can any of them out there respond in turn? We've got Snelly out there. He's improving once again on the soft tyre, but he's out of the ERS now as we come down toward the bus stop. There's a Red Bull coming out of the final corner. That was Darkness Abyss. He goes to a 51.0. That's enough for 4th place at the moment. I'm not sure what tyre that was on. Here comes Snelly on the softs. And he finds the time good enough for 8th. What about Sebi K? He's invalidated. Donny, he is improving. So Wu2's in the bus stop now. Coming into the pit lane though, however. Ty Star, can he find any lap time here? As he's 1.8 seconds up. Can come across the line. Sebi K stays 12th. Ty Star goes 16th only. What about Donny? I don't think they're going to be challenging the top side. I think the Inter was the one to be on, mate. A lot of them gambled on the softs, but it didn't really quite work for them. And yeah, Donny only going 17th with that lap, mate. So the Inter was the one to be on. By yeah, for less than a 1/10 of a second, Nick Magoo there, 2.5 tenths back. And Darkness Abyss, if he nails one more apex on the lap, he probably takes pole position on the soft. So it was real close to the end. We never got DRS though, and I think that's the biggest thing. So the softs might have been theoretically faster, but they weren't faster in practice. Much harder to drive in these conditions. So really good effort from Darkness to get up to 4th there and Snelly into the top 10 on the softs. But the intermediate dominating qualifying. And well, as you'd expect with Belgium in mixed conditions, quite a field spread. As I will be back in just a second. Yes, we do, mate. So thank you for that. And only hard tires for 4 of them. We've got Bellers, Sebi K, Donny, and Execute Order. So that basically gives us a pretty good indication that it's going to be dry, or it's going to get wet very, very quick. So we shall see. But obviously, quite a bit of a long formation lap here, seeing as it is the longest circuit on the calendar. But I'm thoroughly looking forward to this one. And, well, if I turn back the clock to a couple of Belgium Grand Prix starts here in OSRL, I've seen, I think, 2 or 3 crashes before we've even gotten to the first corner. And look, we got that in France last week, so I don't want to put the impetus on them, but let's not do it again. There's something about the sauce that brings out the worst in people. It's wide past. It's like deep past the apex, but it's dead space. So it's actually a tight hairpin. So people tend to get caught out by it. But as we pull up to the grid now, ahead of the 10th round of the championship, well, I am Sandeezy, joined by ventti Supersoft this evening for the 10th round of our season here for Tier 3. Kiwi 2011 will be starting on pole position ahead of Dorjo and Nick Magoo. The championship leader is a little bit further down. That is, it's Toddy, but as the lights come on, all eyes are to the lights, and foot is to the floor. It's a great start from both the Mercedes. Not so for the Haas, but I think he's got a good second phase there and will lead into the source, challenged by the Mercedes Dorjo there as I go to the first corner. A few of them getting wide. Sausage there is a spinning Williams on the apex of the source, probably because of a bit of contact. A lot of them are going wide as we plunge down towards El Rouge for the first time on that one, as they're just shuffling back into single file here, and a few of them getting a little bit wide there. And there's a spin from one of the Mercedes, and that is Nick Magoo. He has spun at the top of our Radion, and he got very wide, and well, just the rear end would not live with him. And the other Williams who was in trouble was Dan the Racer. But as we come up towards Lake Com, a little bit of contact between the Haas and the Ferrari around them both. 2 of them, 3 of them. Oh, it's a car park here at Lake Com. And, oh, Nick Magoo's just plunged around and just, oh, there's yellow flags, lads, come on. He has taken off, and how is there not a safety car for that? Oh, finally we've gotten something. Oh my Dorjo, Mercedes are in peril as Nick Magoo is out of this race, and Giorgio will be last as he's going to have to wait for them all to come through as we're under the full safety car now, ventti. Oh, and he's gotten a beached. Oh, Nick Magoo's left again. Hope that. Great. Fantastic. Well, that was a bit of a... I did allude to there could be chaos, but that was a little bit more than I'd hoped for. I was. Blows is coming in. He's just picked up a few positions because of how many had damage, but look at the position changes, mate. It's all over the place. Toddy's up 3, Wu2's up 11, mate. What a start from him. Donny's up 8, Execute up 9. Big losers, the Mercedes, Crazy Kiwi, Blurs. So a whole lot of chaos, as I think a couple of them just swapped positions here under the safety car. I think that was Effie and Bill's Battlers. And we do have that drive-through for Crazy Kiwi, as you mentioned, mate, for a bit of contact in that Laycom scuffle, and Bill Battler's got 5 second. I'm not sure if that was a pit entry or a bit of contact as well, mate. Yeah, we're gonna get one more, so we got a little bit of time to kill, mate. So we'll flick to the real world, the real realm, and we've got Formula One this weekend at the Circuit of Americas over in Austin, Texas. And well, I'm thoroughly looking forward to it. And the session times aren't that bad. I had a little bit look earlier today. Qualifying is well, for me it is 9 till 10 a.m. and the race is at 6 a.m. So strange difference in time there, but at least qualifying is a decent hour. Well, it'll be what will it be for you? Will it be an hour earlier or later? And it's so race will at 5 a.m. for you. The American part of the season is rough. I think it feels a bit more. I don't know if it's more rough than the European sort of 11, 1, 2 a.m. like 11, 12, 1 a.m. races. I think it's better because you just get up earlier for the day and then you just get into your day. But I might be wrong. When you've come home from Macca, yeah. So I mean, at least it's not during your shift like the other ones would be. So I suppose that's better for you. That is certainly less than ideal, and I guess that's what happens when you don't play the game for a couple of months. You make some silly mistakes. Well, we should get safety car in this lap, mate, so quickly, what's your predictions from here? What's the next big thing that's going to happen? Okay, bold prediction, I like it. As Kiwi is now letting the safety car run away from him. As we're just on the exit of the curb Paul Frere now. And, well, he's got a long way to go until the final 2 corners. So he's got a lot of room to play with. And we saw how he bolted away on that opening lap, but there was a whole lot of chaos behind him, so that certainly would have helped. As I think he has just gone. No, he hasn't. He just disappeared from the screen there. Looked like he had ejected himself from the pack. But we're still waiting. Yes, he can. No, still waiting. He certainly held them for a long, long time. We're into the bus stop now, and when does he go? When does he go? When does he go? When does he go? He's going now, and we're back underway, and it wasn't really an elite restart from him. Toddy's there right with him. Darkness Fist and Cruising Mate almost side by side into the source. Darkness with the inside has the better entry into the corner, but we'll have the poorer exit as we come down now towards El Rouge, and Jed Side looking like he's a little bit interested on the AlphaTauri, but just sliding back in behind now as we come up through Radion now, a little bit wide from the AlphaTauri. It's spinning, it's Johnny, it's spinning, it's Woo! Oh, they're both into the wall. Oh my god, they're 2x2 here down through Ravage. And who's going to come out in front? Execute Order just got forced wide by his teammate, I think there. MF Snelly's trying to get down the inside now in toward Puon. He's done that. Gets back ahead of Execute, who's on that hard tyre. And two of them simultaneous spins at the top of Radion. Was rather chaotic. Absolutely is. Just come down toward the bus stop now. Who is looking for a move? The Alpine on the outside. That is MF Sally. A late braking from him. Gets forced off by Dorjo there. Has to rejoin. And gets a little bit of wheel spin trying to do so. And you said Kai Tonic was in a little bit of a battle there with Execute, I think. They're all lifting off. You got, I know you want to not dive, but if you want to have any chance of an overtake, you got to keep your foot. You got to keep your foot in it. It really depends on your wing setup. You know, if you're running 2-0 wings like most of Tier 1 will be, it's a little bit sketchy. Cold hard tyres up Eau Rouge? Yeah, definitely not flat. I love them. Absolutely love them. Darkness Bliss is really pushing on with Kiwi now as we come through Stavolo. And onto the back part of the lap now. 3/10 is the gap. And Kiwi continuing to lead now as DRS will be enabled once we cross the start-finish line. So they will get it on the run down toward El Rouge at the detection point there, past the old Legacy Straights. As Bill Batlett has crashed at the curb Paul Frere, and that is a safety car, mate, and it's in the middle of the track. That curb, yeah, that curb. And we'll have a look at Toddy. He got on that curb on the outside, just got the end of that wall there on the left, or it spat him onto the wall on the right and then bounced back onto the track. There's been a lot of action in the pit lane now, mate, and the Hearts can probably go from here, seeing as it looks like we're going to have a lot of safety car laps. The thing is, you don't tend to get safety... You don't tend... Oh, it's Mr. Leader, has it? Oh, it's Mr... How is it Mr. Leader? It's Mr. Leader, though, so... I was saying you don't tend to get, you know, 3 laps behind the safety car, but because we've missed it, we're going to get 1 plus 2, I think. So that's going to be 3. I think it will, because it's just parked there at the exit of Radion. We're all going to be a little bit careful here. I mean, it's offline, but it doesn't appear that most of the drivers have wanted to be online so far this evening. And there's been a lot of offline driving and off-the-track excursions, which I'll call it. Dorjo's got to come in here, surely. He has to come in. There's no point staying out. Wutu as well. But the hard runners, this puts them in a bit of a conundrum here because it's too long to go on mediums, so you don't really have any option. If I were them, I probably would have gone and put on hards or gone and put it softs, mate, because they're going to basically come out in about the same position, and they'll be on faster tyres, and then just hope something else gives them a safety car later in the race. So it would have been smart to at least get the compound change out of the way, I think. It's slightly grey now, yeah. It's greying over. Now, I don't think it's France where it just changes like that, but we've seen at Spa that you have certain downpours and big downpours. A bit of La Nina action. Sorry, mate, just 2 seconds. So, I think Crispy heard the calls there, mate, to go to the soft tyre. Was he on the hard previously? No, he wasn't. He was on the medium. So, I mean, he's heard that strategy call, but Amstone saying him and Reedy have had enough of the La Nina down up Victoria. We're in for a bit of a thing later as well. We're good. But moment. Interesting. We'll call that interesting. As we're going to get one more lap under the safety car here, mate. So we've got another 3 minutes to do some shenanigans, talk some shenanigans. But the 3 people who haven't made a stop is Donny, Sebby K, and Execute Auto. They're the 3 who haven't made a pit stop. So FCDNF actually leads this race on net now, mate. Now he put on softs. He remember when he pitted in and he changed tyre compounds on that first safety car, and then came back in and put the hards on. So that again just highlights the power of making a pit stop under an earlier safety car if there's one in quick succession after, because the field doesn't spread out enough to get you back ahead of them. Because Darkness and Kiwi were out in front, before the safety car, and they've come out in 6th and 7th. What? He has died under the safety car. Oh, Lord. That's a bit of a Mercedes L, I think. We don't need to talk about it. We just focus on the murder having a moment. How crush there under the Darkness is just going off. What are we doing? Get it together. Tier 3 things. Yep, say it with us in the chat. Tier 3 things. I think he might go a bit earlier. Yes, he has no downforce, but he has straight line speed. Here we go. We're away. FETNF. I mean, you did say you wouldn't be leading on net for long. Wait, that certainly did not take long. And here comes Dirty Orange now on execute order up the Camel Straight. Tucks back into the slipstream, didn't quite have the run. He's using that ERS, pulls to the right hand side, going for the inside here of Lacombe. Breaks a little bit later and gets the position. And now Kiwi 2011 is stalking the back of the McLaren as we come out through Melbourne. Oh, that looked like he was having a spin there, but he's teleported. Kiwi having to get out of the throttle there. And now Duck has made the inside. Oh, just back. Oh no, that's rude. That was kicked off by Alpine Hayden. Look, let's just say an ambitious dive to the side and leave it at that. It was a bit rude. Oh, they're going to go side by side down towards Rouge. No, he's back in. This is going to give Crispy the run as we come up El Rouge. Now look at the run he's got. But does he have the ERS expenditure to give? He pulls to the right, he pulls to the... And there's contact there to the fence! And McLaren and us come together on the Camel Straight. And what's going on in Belgium? What is on in the Arden Forest? They're crap straight. I don't think they respect your Joe, but they don't know when they're shy. Go visit Joe's ground yourself together. Hold hands. Well, it's all happening. It is all happening, that is for certain. And I wonder if Kiwi might have dead out of that. He'd be lucky if he doesn't, if I'm honest. Oh my god. That's not the only dirty thing ever, but I move. Look at the top of Radion for the Ferrari. Oh! Struggling with the car, it would appear. Everyone's lost their mind. A bit of composure, lads, please. What is going on tonight in Belgium? And here we go. It's about to kick off again between Dark and Wu. Through Blanchimont. He's lifted out, so we might be saved from another death. Also, the outside of the bus stop is going to brake late. Oh, the Wu just brakes 20 metres later. And he gets it stopped, so well done from the Ferrari. Can we please get one lap clean race? That's all I ask for. And then I'll run more after that, and more after that. We'll go to the front. Sebi K, mate. He's within the DRS of Donny, but you can see Donny pulling these straight. Here comes just once again. It's going to be a move up to Com. And Pete was actually backing out of a move that might have ended in disaster. Someone got their wit about them as we come out through Melody now down towards Ravage. He's not quite along far enough to dive up the inside, and the Ferrari maintaining his position for now. The darkness definitely is looking to get past it, but not finding a way to do so, and this is letting Blurs escape down the road. It's big. Kiwi's definitely got damage. Yeah, he does. He's missing. I don't know if that was from the moment on Camel Straight, but I'd be surprised if it's Fire Star! Oh, and Kyle! Both spinning in the same place. Oh my man. What is going on tonight? I really feel for this side. Poor thing, as Donny just continues to stay on the straight ahead of Sebi K. And Blurs has just made them pass on Dirty Orange up the Camel Straight. And well, he's actually not leading the race on net, mate. Crispy mate is, but he's going to definitely need another stop. Whereas Blurs can probably get to the end just about. Look, they're definitely going to be getting one very, very soon. And a few of them will be starting to hope for a safety car now. That will be Donny, Sebi K, Crispy Mate. That's for sure. I think he'll just try and follow now because he won't have the pace. It's another spin. FEDNF this time. And another one. Another clean lap. Nope. We do the clean lap for those counting in the chat. Will lap 14 be a clean one? Probably not. With 18 laps. I think a single one of them clean. Oh, Kyle. Yep, another. That's 14 down. Oh, I'm gonna get one clean lap. I don't think you're going to. Seb's real Donny a little bit. No, don't count. Fuck, there's a big lane, man. Chris, oh, yeah, as in the medium. Spot registry. Yeah, thank you. As we said, Jed started with no wing. That's another lap of degeneracy. I don't think we will, mate. I hate to say it, but I don't think we're going to. There, here we go. Toddy's coming on dirty orange now as well. Could you try and send me an invite? Sorry, please. It might not let you because the lobby host has left, so. Can you? Hold on, I might just. Hold on. I'll just try and request to join from. I'll try and request, yeah. No, not yet. Um, if you want to try and, if you can you see if you can invite me to game through party? That would be no. I don't. I don't know how to do PS4 anymore because I haven't done PS4 in ages. Um, yeah, I haven't. I can't remember how to work a PS4 if I'm honest. Can you like options clear mine and go no? And this is why we don't like. It's all good if you can't. We can just have your one up. It's all good. Just go back. Just go back to commentating. It's all good, mate. That's not your fault. It's the lobby host for leaving. So yeah, I have it up, so I can still see it. Just be a little bit delayed as we see Darkness Abyss defending from CBK here on the stream. And well, he has made the move obviously on CBK, and it's looking very dark venty now. I can't tell if it's raining or not. You will be able to. It looks threatening. Well, it looks like Blows is got a commanding lead at this stage of the race, mate, with a 3-second lead from Darkness Abyss, but don't count Darkness out of it quite yet, with 4 laps to go, and they're quite long laps, so anything could happen. We shall see. What's CBK going to do here with those tyres? Well, yeah, you'll have to check for me, but I think he's made a stop. But look, he's certainly having to. He has not stopped, so hoping for a safety car, it would appear. Hoping for something to happen. But 4 laps to go now, and the gap is down to 2.6 seconds at the front. Now, obviously, I'm a little bit delayed from your position, mate, but if we just want to pull up the penalties, maybe. Well, I've still got nothing much going on. And we can go. You can take us through those. And both hanging out. Just both hanging out for something. CBK gets what he wants. Oh, they're all going to come in. They're all coming in. on, crazy. No, he was well clear. It was a 2-second gap, I think. So I think it was on his own. It's been a bit of a comical evening, we'll say that. Donnie stayed out. I mean, kind of worth a gamble for him, I suppose. He's got no penalties. He's got no penalties as well. So, with that straight line speed, he might be able to stay ahead here, mate. Because it's only going to be 2 laps of racing. So it's going to come in this lap. So he might be able to stay ahead of these guys, and who knows, hang on to a podium. We shall see. It's going to be a tier 4 battle for the bottom of the podium with Sebi K and Dirty Orange. Those penalties are really going to hurt people. So if you want to just pull them up again, and you can just leave them on probably to the end now, mate, so people know what's going on. Yeah, it's a 2-lap sprint here. Now, it's going to be the longest 2-lap sprint of the season, but it's 3 seconds for most of those. But, you know, Kiwi could profit out of this, but we shall see. As I think Jed Stoward and Kiwi Kiwi's got to drive through penalty, so he's out of this already. But I don't think Jed Stoward won't catch up to the field here. He's still a little bit too far back. That's right, mate. As we come through Radion now, Donny with the straight line speed, Sebi K in hot pursuit, and I think something's going to have happened. Kyra Tony pick up a penalty. It seems like there's been a little bit of chaos there further towards the back as we're panning to it now. MF Sally making a position there. Wu2 on Dirty Orange as well in towards the Lacombe chicane. The Ferrari and the Williams going side by side. And, Dirty Orange comes out in the front of this field as Wu2 looks back up the inside of Rivage now. A little bit of late braking from them both. They both go a little bit wide. Can MF Snelly take anything from this as he's looking for a little bit of a switchback through the no-name corner now, and Wu2 is now leading this train of cars. Here comes MF Sally looking towards the inside of Pooh on Dirty Orange. Is there going to be contact between these two as the Williams just relinquishes the position there to the Alpine, making a brilliant move up the inside there, and he's up to 6th place. And while Blurs at the front is 6/10 to the good of Darkness Smith, and Donny is 3 seconds back, but still holding on to 7K. We'll stay with this battle for third on the podium, though, mate, as we come on to the final lap of the race. Fastest lap up for grabs as well, mate, seeing as they're all on the soft compound tyre, apart from Donny, as we come through the source now. Darkness Abyss might be looking for a move on Blues as well, mate, as we come up down through Radion now with the 2 leaders. Donny as well trying to hold on to Darkness Abyss, gets a 3-second penalty. He might be okay, though, because of the gap, but that gives Blurs basically the win for free now. Towards the end of this race, Sebi K just not able to match Alpine on the straight here. As we can see, the Alpine just rocket away, even on those old tyres. That 0-0 wings just pulls him away from the Aston Martin into Lake Holm now. And, well, he's going to have to hold on through the middle sector, though. Yeah, he's had a spin there, and well, there might have been contact. There might not have been. Would not surprise me, seeing the way it's gone. And Sebi K getting really close now as we come down towards Pouon. 1.5 tenths is the gap on the final lap of this race. Through Pouon, he might be able to get a run here down towards the Fanny chicane. Spinning in the background is Snelly. Oh, going very wide is a couple of them. It was a Haas, it was an Alpha Tauri. I think that might have caused a little bit of drama as well. But look at this, Wu 2 has just spun off the back of Sebi K and Donny as we come through Stavilo now. Blurs has got it all wrapped up. Darkness Abyss has got his name on the second place trophy as ready. But Sebi K, can he mount a move down towards the bus stop? He's in the slipstream. He is trying to get up alongside as we come through the apex of Blanchimont. Donny's going to defend the inside line, you would think, and he does. He breaks very, very late on the outside, just the Anderson Martin. He's not quite far enough alongside. Donny shuts the door, and he's going to hang on to third place in this race. Blurs wins in the McLaren. Darkness Abyss third in the Red Bull, and Donny third on the podium for the Alpine squad ahead of Sebi K, and then Dirty Orange in fifth. Down the race to sixth. Kiwi 2011, TyStar, Christian Mate, and Jed Stowe in the top 10. And there was DSQ on the final lap for Snelly, parked in a dangerous location. It's all happened, Ventti. Oh, and Kyo DNF before the line. Oh, rookie error. Absolutely. If you want to make sure you just go through the results for us as well now. But yeah, wow. Yeah, I'm sure they'll join us very, very shortly, mate. As if you just want to make sure you grab the results for us as well, as I think you're just starting to do now. As out onto the podium walks the McLaren driver of Blurs. And what a drive to get back to one and then get the win. Great strategy, great drive, and kept his composure there with the Red Bull hot on his heels there in the last couple of laps. As they are starting to join us in the commentary box now, mate. So we'll get them interviews underway very, very shortly. But I don't even think you can say what a race. Look, it was entertaining, but for all the wrong reasons. We're waiting the man who was on the top step of the podium, but we can get things kicked off, mate. And well, you can go ahead with this one, mate. Your fellow Tier 4 compatriot on the podium here in Tier 3 in the Alpine, Overthrow Donny.
Yeah, strat sort of worked. I stayed lower on the hards to get to the mediums, and that second safety car, well, I thought I just had to stay out when everyone went for softs to try and get some track position, and I just got lucky it worked out. It wasn't too bad. They sort of, when I got to them, they were off the racing line, so that sort of helped a bit. But yeah, got a fair few free spots for that. Yep, thank you.
Yes, well done, Donny. Well done, Donny. Driver of the day as well, mate. So
Yeah,
well deserved.
points for Alpine.
That's all we care about.
That's it.
We're manipulating the reserves here, aren't we?
Yeah, I thought I'd put the fastest driver at Alpine for us, so
Oh, obviously. Back
yeah,
yourself in. I love
it worked out.
it.
Oh, ouch.
Ventti with a fucking left-right combination there on the podium interviews. And we'll swiftly move on to second place with Darkness Abyss. Another good result for you. Not quite the win, but with Toddy having a DNF there, mate, you will take the lead of the championship.
Don't even want to think about that. I'm pretty sure I am due a good 5-1 or 2 on my way in the incident reports. So we'll see
I
about
think
that.
everyone's due for a 5-1 at this point, from
I
what I've just watched.
to make matters worse, if that person does report it, I did not save my footage. So
Better hope I caught it on the stream.
uh, anyways, it was a good job to Blurs and good for Donny to get on the podium. Could have got that three-peat. I don't know if it's been done before. 3 wins in a row. But almost, but it was a good race. Cheers.
Well, thank you, my friend. So we welcome to the podium, to the top step. It is the McLaren of Blurs. And, well, I can't really remember where you were at the start. I feel like you were out of it, and then you're back in it, and then you've won it. So what a chaotic 22 laps to come out on top of. Very well done to you, mate.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I was actually out of it twice. I had to replace my wing twice, so
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I was right. You were out of it.
yeah, I was out of it. Lap one, turn one.
I'm very
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm pretty sure you rammed a Mercedes up the rear.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
I don't know. Nick Magoo kind of just like neutraled through the first corner, and I just was like, oh shit, and yeah, just went into the back of him.
Yeah, I think everything just ticked off on every single lap of that race. I think we didn't get until lap 19 until we had a clean lap of racing. So I think that's tells the entire picture. But still, to you, kudos, great pace tonight. It's looked really good in the last few weeks, and it must feel good to finally get that result you're looking for.
Yeah, definitely. Just long time coming, I guess, but it's worthwhile, I guess.
It's
Oof.
been 9 rounds of pain and for a little bit of gain here in Belgium. So very well done to you, mate, on taking home the Belgian Grand Prix. And well,
Thank you.
next week we head to the dunes, to the sand, to the Dutch homeland for the Zandvoort Grand Prix in the Netherlands. And well, I'm thoroughly looking forward to it. We'll see well, not all these 20 drivers, but we'll see some of them back on the track. Venti, you might see yourself back in the commentary box, but I'm looking forward to it. AEDT. Yes, we'll see you all soon. Ciao, ciao, ciao.